There are many sampling techniques, as in how to get our sample, and we can put them into two groups: random sampling methods and non-random sampling methods. We're going to be looking at the random sampling methods today. There are three sampling methods we're going to be working with today. Imagine we have 3 teachers and 7 students and we want a sample of them. We will first of all need a list of their names. For simple random sampling, we can write their names on separate pieces of paper and put them into a hat. We can then draw names at random until we have the required number. We could also number each person and use a random number generator on a calculator, for instance, and select the names that way. With the list of names, as long as they are written in a random order, we could use systematic sampling. We select, for example, 1 in every 2 names. The problem with randomness is that we could end up with a sample of just students. This would not be good if the question was, do you want teachers to work weekends? When we want all different voices to be heard, we use stratified sampling. Each group or strata will be selected at their corresponding ratios. If we want to ask a third of people above, we'll ask 1 teacher and 2 students. Let's go through these questions. In this question, we're told that a CEO wants to use a calculator to take a simple random sample of the staff who work at a cheese processing factory. The first thing the CEO needs to do is get a list of all the staff. Then what they can do is number them from 1 to 200. They can then use a calculator to generate 40 random numbers between 1 and 200 because the sample that they are looking for is 40. They then select the corresponding staff to these numbers. So if they select a 21 on the random number generator on the calculator, then they pick the staff member attached to the number 21. For a systematic sample, the CEO will need to first of all get a list of all 200 staff. Now they're looking for a sample of 40, so what we can do is we can do 200 divided by 40 to work out the fact that they'll need to select every 5th person on the list. And they can start at random place. And so they pick one and then miss 4 out and pick the next one until they've got all 40 for their sample. For a stratified sample, you need to first of all define your strata. Now, this question is obviously between managers and employees. And looking at the population size, which is 200, and the sample size, which is 40, the CEO is going to be looking at a 5th of the workforce. So they need to be looking at a 5th of the managers and a 5th of the employees. Altogether, there are 20 managers and 180 employees, and we're looking for a 5th of each strata to be selected. So a 5th of 20 is 4 for the managers, and a 5th of 180 is 36. So you can see that more employees are being asked because there are more employees in this business rather than managers, but there is still an amount of managers being asked in proportion to the amount that are in the company. So next they need to use a simple random sample to find 4 random managers and 36 random employees. Let's finish with this question. Sammy decides to survey his village by using the electoral roll to put everyone's name in a hat and selecting 20 people at random. Explain the problems Sammy may have with his survey. If you know, write it in the comments below. And also come to onmaths.com or click the link in the description where you can access all our free A-level papers and predictions, and you can even save your scores with a free account. This video is part of a larger A-level course that you can follow along with at onmaths.com.